Hey, Cindy. Hey, Steve. Hey, dude behind the camera. How you doing tonight, everybody? So what's going on? We're in your corners of the world. As you can see, for my fellow, sorry, backwards camera. Not really, but my fellow Americans, I did vote. So please, I don't care what political party you are, go out and vote. You know, the time for discussion and debate is over. Now it's just time to go out and vote and see where the chips fall. So everybody, if you're in America, go vote. If you have already done it, great. If you're not gonna, come on, guys. Hey, how's it going, Steve? Ryan? Sorry, RJ32. Cindy. Boy, Cindy, you've been on it lately. Some nice little explorers going on, Cindy. Chris Peck, how you doing, man? Yeah, Chris, I was going to put it on the TV over there so I could see it, but I was at the polling place a little too long. Thankfully, my polling place had a decent line, which I think is great. Sorry to talk political on here, but it's kind of important here that, and I believe that in any country where you're allowed to vote. Go vote, everybody. If you don't vote, that's kind of where I do disagree with somebody like George Carlin. I love the guy. But if you don't vote, keep your mouth shut. If you vote, at least you get a reason to talk good or bad about what happens. Steve. No, I don't think I did, man. Did I get your message on Instagram? Let me check. Instagram is, I don't know, since I did IGTV, I barely get notifications. You sent me a message. Let me see, Steve. No, Steve, it is here though, but I had no number, no notification, no nothing. See what Steve says. Steve will be on the live stream tonight. Woo! Cool. No problem, Steve. Feel free to definitely look for people on here close to you. That's what we're here for. Another, one of the reasons. Try to get collaborations, even if you got to travel a little, meet up, explore. So yeah, hey, Urbexy, how's it going, man? And Bajerico, thank you. Hey, for you guys over, across the pond, thank you for staying up late. Even though I think, since we changed the clocks here in America to match you guys, this might be slightly earlier for you guys now, is it? I hope. Didn't that move it up an hour earlier for you guys? We're back to where we were before all this clock shenanigans. Do not knock stuff over. Sorry, my little wrecking crew is here. Yeah, Cindy, the chat's going right here. I can see it. Is everybody else able to see the chat? Because I don't have anything shut off. Well, yeah, I know you guys changed Urbex. If you changed like a couple weeks before us, and I think a couple other countries did too. Hey, and it kind of messed everybody up for a week or two. Sorry, I had to get somebody's face out of my cup. All right, Cindy, you may want to refresh or something because so far everybody else is getting the chat. Cindy, put down, check your chat settings. Make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. I don't know why YouTube put this in. A lot of times you go to somebody's live streams now, you get top chat automatically, not live chat, which is everybody, which YouTube, what in the hell is that all about? Urbexy, I don't know. There's some countries that don't change the clocks. There's some states in America that do not change the clocks. Me personally, let's pick the time we have in the summer and leave the clocks alone. This getting dark at 3:45, 4 o'clock crap is stupid. Yeah, it's just dumb. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with clocks. I'm glad you're able to make it, Steve. Sorry if I seem a little rushed, but I was at my polling place for a long time, which I'm not going to complain. If I had to come in late, that was so be it. But I did rush to get back. Jessica, how's it going? It's Urban Explorer Steve. If you're on Top Chat, click right where it says Top Chat, and it should have a drop down coming down and give you the option between Live Chat and Top Chat. Same way. It's the same way when I'm streaming to you guys. No joke. Which I don't know why in the hell YouTube would do that. But when I'm streaming and watching the chat from you guys, the automatic setting from YouTube is Top Chat. I didn't realize that a couple streams, and I was missing people's comments. I'm going, how does it seem like I'm missing part of the conversation? Because you got to pay attention and change it to live chat, even from my end. So if you ever see a stream where I'm missing your comments, crap, I'm missing them because I forgot to change that from Top Chat to live, which makes no sense, YouTube. So anybody can tell me how that makes sense. Oh, that's okay, Jessica. Jessica, that's the way it is. No problem. Everybody's got schedules, timetables, time zones. For Pajerico and Urbexy especially. So I appreciate anybody even being able to make it and listen to my happy butt. Yeah, Walt. Carlin said a lot of good things. Lord Explorers, man, how you doing? Boy, Lord Explorers, I don't know about your area or any of the rest of you. It got dang cold here today. For the next 2 weeks, they're saying we are going to be way below normal in my area. In fact, they're saying snow this weekend, or Thursday night, possibly. Half inch to an inch, and maybe in the low teens Fahrenheit for cold. Yes, Steve, I would say that's exactly why YouTube did it. And I'm going to say it's why YouTube doesn't have their decisions anymore, just to make things tough on us. Lord Explorers, I would like to talk to you. I don't know how your time is, but I would like to see if we can maybe link up for one more trip to Gary this year. Just for a day trip. If not, no big deal. I understand. If not, I'll just look forward to exploring with you next spring. Because I know your winter up there is as rough as mine, so. I'm sorry, Urbexy. It's been in the forecast in my area all day. I also agree that the S word is a 4-letter word that probably should not be broadcast on any radio, TV, or even on the internet. Maybe freedom of speech goes a little too far in this country, allowing the S word. I'm not ready for it. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Even though, if any, Sean was bundled up on our Explorer the other night, already ready his Nanook with a North look going on. Which, unfortunately for him, as I told him, makes him look a little chunkier than he is. Pajerico mentions Cindy's sound problem in her last exploring video. If anybody's seen it, check it out at Burning Sands Exploration. Cindy, the Explorer, even though you lost your audio, was actually really good still. You could watch it without audio. But if you have that problem again, I don't know if you saw my comment, I would just take a piece of music from the Creator Studio, even just low background music, and just put it in there. You don't have to change it much. Just throw a couple in there. And that can help out. Fill in the gaps for that audio problem. But, it still turned out to be a good video. So, I don't know. I don't think it bothered me watching it too much. Of course, what's that say about my videos where I'm too noisy and me and Sean talk too much? Ooh, maybe I should shut up in my Explorers. Sorry, I'm, Walt Wynn. Yeah, George Carlin was a prophet. I do say that if I'm a religious person, I'm a Carlinist. But he wasn't perfect. Oh, man. Steve. Did you not see what Urbexy just said? Urbexy said, watch the S word in the chat, man. Oh, Lord Explorers. Okay, no problem, man. If there is any exploring you'd like to do together yet this year, let me know. Oh, there you go, Urbexy. Well, see, Urbexy, I don't know what Cindy is used to doing, technical-wise. Even I have problems doing voiceovers, and I do. I'm not that technical, but I can do them, but I'm not that good with them. And it seems like if I use my microphone here at home to do voiceovers, my voice is much different than it is on my exploring videos. Strangely. I mean, really different. Richard's Reality, how's it going, man? There, yeah, Richard, exactly. Yeah, well, Richard, I don't know if you saw part of the discussion earlier. Cindy did have a video she put out recently. It's Burning Sands Exploration. Sorry, Cindy. I guess I'm calling that properly because you're under Cindy Vlogs a lot. But guys, Cindy does most of her explores under Burning Sands Exploration. And Cindy, if you want to drop the link here for anybody, for somebody who doesn't know because they know you as Cindy Vlogs, drop the link in here and they can check you out. But Cindy does most of her exploring through that channel. But she lost audio on one of her explores recently. The video actually still looks pretty good. I think drop a little background music in it and let it go, and I think it would be a perfectly good explorer. Cindy. Yeah, Steve would like your link. Oh, and by the way, Steve, I am still using the picture of the train bridge as my background to my computer. So thank you very much for the picture. Oh, Jericho's sending you back, Cindy. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, Cindy. Cindy, if you ever need any technical assistance, feel free to contact some of your viewers, some of your friends here. I have no problem helping you. I know I'm betting if, time willing, some of the other guys wouldn't either, or gals, sorry. But I'm betting anybody here would help you out with that. I mean, I have no problem asking for help because that's why we're all here. So remember, Cindy, even if we're not on live here, reach out to some of us and we have no problem helping you out with that. Because we're all here to make each other's explorers better and share them better. Let me see here if I can get Cindy's channel pulled up so I can... Sorry, like I said, being at the polling place took a little longer than I estimated, so I wasn't quite as prepared. Let's see. There she is. She comes up right away because I've been there a lot lately. Here is the link to... Here we go. Here's, there. That right there is the link to Burning Sands Exploration, everybody. So if you only know her as Cindy Vlogs, hop on over there and check it out. So remember, Cindy, do reach out to us. Combined brains, there you go. Urbexy, you're right. At Real Urbex, yeah, hashtag Real Urbex, we've combined the brains to work these things out. Exactly. For any of you on here, I don't think Urbexy will have a problem with this. Urbexy, can you do me a favor? Drop our Facebook page link in there. We have a YouTube Secret Society type page. It's mostly the hashtag Real Urbex. People are trying to get mostly involved with it on Facebook. If anybody here would like to join that page, like that page, then if you do have problems like this in the future, feel free to put them in there. So then that would be great. Thank you, Urbexy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is a cool name, Jericho. I like just the old license plates and everything in there, and the old vehicles just sitting around. I'm sure some of it's probably to help with their oldie abandoned appearance, but it really works for them. It looks so cool. And once again, like I've been informing a few people lately, I've had some people ask lately, does all urban exploration videos have to be abandoned? No. Abandoned is only a certain area of urban exploration. Yes, my channel and many others concentrate on abandoned places. But it can be really cool places in national parks. The LST-325 warship I put on lately. In fact, I probably shouldn't say the W word because that can get me demonetized by YouTube. Gotta watch what you say on YouTube anymore. They demonetized that video. Urbexy, they did get a hold of me 4 days later and remonetize it. After I'd lost, whatever. I don't know what the heck they're even thinking. Nope, Urbexy. I just closed that. I don't even know how to get that open on Facebook. Just a second. That's, wait a second. Wait a second. Urbexy, you're a moderator, man. You can post the link right there. You got a blue wrench, man. Let me find it here. Here it is. It moved. Boing. Love hunting around through all the... Really? You tried? Well, dude, you there. That's our Facebook group that Urbexy started. Feel free to join it. And then if there are any problems, any questions, anything you would like to see here, anything you'd like to bring up, anything you just have issues with, ask on there. Hey, Rogue, how's it going? So we both got it on there. Oh, wow. Yeah, Cindy, exactly. Which is kind of cool, Cindy, because the video, it is one of my videos we're going to review tonight. Partially because a few people I reached out to had copyrighted music. Once I really explained copyrighted music to them, yeah, they had copyrighted music in. And a couple others haven't got back to me. I didn't want to share a couple of these people's videos without talking to them. I was going to do a couple of Urbexys tonight, but I didn't. I was at the polling place. Took a lot longer than I thought. Let's see. Uh-oh. Error. Try again. Edit and try again. What does that mean? What is that? Sorry, something popped up in the bottom of my chat. Have anybody seen this? It says error. Try again. Edit and try again. Oh. Urbexy. It let you post the link, but it didn't like mine. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, RJ32. Yeah, we're trying to help each other out as explorers. Share our YouTube problems, our video problems, exploring questions, help each other out. Like I've asked a couple times, okay, my title, guys, I think it sucks. Anybody got suggestions? Stuff like that. Or anything that could come up on here. Well, Urbexy, it looks like it took your link, but not mine. I don't know. It won't let me. Huh. Yeah, it wouldn't let me post that. It let me post Cindy's. It lets you post it finally, though. Yay, YouTube. Oh. Got it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Rogue, but everybody to each their own, and everybody has to follow their own path. Ooh, Cindy, that's good. Don't have to worry about it. Yeah, if I'm hey, Cindy, next time I do your videos, I'll definitely do that one then just for fun. But yeah, Rogue, I hope, like Pajerico says, you don't stop YouTube. But if you do for a while, I understand we all have our own stuff to go through and work through with life, and hope it works out. Anybody got any questions before we... the video of mine we're going to review tonight is of, actually, Lord Explorers took me to this place. Thank you very much. He brought me a few good really some good places when I went up exploring with him. It was a really fun time with him and Cole. My lungs weren't feeling the best then, and I should have known that, but the weather, it was still fun to me. Yeah, no kidding, Urbexy. Bootsy, how's it going? But I was just curious. Well, no, sorry. Once again, I'm off my game a little as I ran in here from voting. I did want to thank a couple people. As you all know, you can donate to people on YouTube. You can do super chats and PayPal and all that. And I don't go out soliciting that. But there are some people who have helped me out. And I do appreciate it. It has gone right back into the Exploropala for gas and probably towards some tires coming up here soon. For YouTube in the last year and a half, I have put about, I believe it's 6,000 miles on my car. So yeah, it's some, but I just got to thank everybody for doing that, the people who have. It's just courtesy of me to do so. Pajerico, Study Boy NZ, Dude Behind the Camera, Elliot from last week, who saved my bacon because YouTube demonetized our stream last week, everybody, without any reason why. So I do appreciate that. And just to let you guys know who have taken the time and effort to do that, it does just go right back into, right now, mostly the car. That's where it's been going. She's a good, reliable old thing, but she does need a little loving. Yes, Urbexy, it really does. I've driven 10.5 hours one way for an Explorer before already for this. Not that I didn't love doing it, but hey, gas money? Thank you. Well, okay, guys, you want to chat a little more? You want to do the video and go from there? I like to throw it out to you guys. Oh, question from a newbie. Wait a minute here. Live stream using 2 cams. I don't know a lot about OBS, Bootsy, but yes, you can. I know for a fact that Jay Wade does it on his channel. Let's see if I can find his link. But he has a show called The Drizzle Effect with Jay Wade, and it's also Cooker the AB is on there with him, and they film with multiple cameras. I've seen them flip between multiple cams, and I believe Green Bay Wacky does the same thing. So yeah, there you go. Urbexy's gonna throw. Urbexy is much more technical than I am. Actually, my cat is much more technical than I am, so I may want to get him back up here. But yes, you can do multiple cams with OBS. Somebody told me you can add a lot more than 2 cams. But I've only seen 2. I think I've seen 3 once. But I never went into OBS. I just never seemed to need it. To me, it's a complicated program that I don't care for. I don't need to be running green screen backgrounds and stuff like that. No problem, Bootsy. Bootsy, feel free to ask any questions here. If I don't know it, there's a good chance somebody in the chat does. So no, ask away. Yeah, Urbexy. Jack's running around with a screwdriver actually wouldn't be out of place. Oh, no, Urbexy. Don't you start complicating my stuff. It may be brilliant for my reviews, but I'm more working on trying to get my encoding software to let me have the person I'm reviewing in live on the chat, talking to you guys. Sorry, I haven't had time to eat. It was a granola bar. I'm just munching down on. Hey, Weeby Tuckin, how's it going? Nice to have you on here. And like I said, if you have any questions, suggestions about exploring videos or YouTube in general, throw them out there. Well, Bootsy, it may be something to consider in the future, but I got so much going on right now, I barely have enough time to, well, sit down sometimes here at time. All right, Cindy wants to do the video. Let me pull this up. It is one of mine. Like I said, I did put someone because I like the look of it. I want some feedback on it. Pretty badly. I want some feedback on it, and also kind of Lord Explorers is in there, and I don't mind promoting him more since he's been a really good collaborator this year. Yay! It's me. Ooh, election day. Ooh, look, I'm live. Cool. It is gonna be this one right here. I've changed the title a few times too. So if anybody's got suggestions on the title, throw them out there. Like I said, these reviews don't have to be all friendly. So let me pull this up and start it from the beginning because I was going through some stuff on it. Oh,
with Wix, you can create a professional website that looks stunning. Just go to Wix.com.
Sorry, I can't.
The best part is you can
skip my own ads.
Oh, jeez. Look at that.
I don't know what was wrong with my camera at the beginning, but it was really goofy.
Wow.
And grainy.
That is cool. Look at that. Totally cool. Look at that. Old. Jeez.
Still kind of turns. The gauges are neat. Check it out.
Jeez. That is cool. Old straight 6. This truck is cool. Hey, come on, guys. Look at this. See, got the decaling on the sides. Old flatbed. May have been a tow truck even at one time. Old cement mixer out here. This place is amazing. Now we're going to go check out the house. As long as I can get there without falling.
Sorry about the barking, everyone.
Very damp, slippery wood. Sorry I haven't made a lot of introductions and closings today. But it's just so hot and humid. By the time we get someplace, we're already shot. Whew. We are dying here. But it's so fun and cool and worth it.
Sorry, he's not going to shut up till my wife comes inside.
Head up and check out the house. But look at this old shed that truck's behind. Look how that's built. Definitely seen better days, though.
That truck was a surprise that Lord
just a mini
Explorers wanted to
bonus.
show us. It really was worth it, actually.
Here's where we're really going.
Just seeing all the writing on it.
Whew. This thing is literally huge. That thing is about 8 feet. And I'm so close to it, I can almost kick it. But 8 feet long. Huge. Head in here. Wow. Squeeze through here. Oof. Wow. Not a lot of counter and cabinet space here in the kitchen. Pretty much old vintage everything. Wahoo. Hey, at least our neighbor's keeping everything fresh.
You talking about me, Urbex, seeing my clothes?
Wow, what a mess. Jeez. Look at this place. Wow. Books. The floor is humped up and weird. You can't see through the carpet. So you're kind of guessing. Hey, there you go. Modern Century Illustrated Encyclopedias. Hey, we can clean up. I'm going to join them upstairs. Wow. Jeez. General Motors, anti-rust antifreeze. How'd they get a whole 55-gallon drum up here? Good health.
I wonder how that drum got up there.
What is that? Your Kellogg. Sorry, I got my light too bright. Your Kellogg Good Luck Piece.
Focus. Oh, focus. There we go.
Holy smokes. Little Kellogg Good Luck Piece. That's it.
Another BB gun box.
Yeah, Urbex. See, there's some places there we didn't walk.
It is horribly trash. You can tell somebody's using this as a party house.
Like at the abandoned church, I put my leg through because the carpet just kept going.
I mean, this place is just horribly trashed.
Stuff all over the floor. You can't walk on anything.
Yeah, you never find the floor. But then you got cool stuff like that. Your box of keepsakes and little things. And oh, wow. What is that? Let's see here what that is. Shoelace box or containers or holders, sleeves. J&P coats. Floss. Floss comes in that? When did floss ever come in a container like that? These are floss containers. Look at that. 6-strand floss. Who ever uses floss like that? But if you look around, you know what you're going to find because it's just stuff everywhere. To get that big bed out of this window, somebody really made some, that took some work.
I was informed later that's the wrong type of floss. I was thinking tooth floss, and it's not. Some type of sewing floss or
Yes,
something.
you can see if I stick out like that. Oh, there you go. Those big old TVs out there.
Vandals
Two
throw everything out
huge
the
old
windows.
tube TVs. Right there. Remember when we would have killed for a TV like that? Now, just they're thrown everywhere when you explore. Technology changes. Just somebody's been in here, just tossed everything. This room has a weird chemical smell, but where explorers found this, a nice atlas, and some letters by somebody, but kind of weird. There's nothing we set up; they're just there. We're gonna head to the basement here a little bit. He'd never been in there because he was here alone, so we're gonna head down there in a little bit and see what we can find out. Hopefully we find something cool to show you down there too. Oh, holy heck. This is, ooh, whoa. There's somebody's home project. Yike. I think when I was growing up, my mom had the same end tables. Those are like 60s, 70s. That is past.
Is that true or Jericho? I think a lot of people just go through and just rip things up for fun. It's like breaking windows and walls open for no reason when they're not even
And
scrapping.
an old bread box. They even label it for you. Bread. Not gonna go in the crawl space?
No, I'm good. What is that? Who was talking, man? Where up along? Rubbing up on me? Oh, nice, buddy. What could it be? I think it's sick. Let's find out for us.
Yeah, pull the stopper out, pull the cap off, take a smell.
Take a swig. Come on, what's the worst that happen? Look at this. Look at that. Iron.
What the heck? What is that?
Good as mine. I think that's the iron clothes and you put it in. My grandma had one, she said, but she got a finger on it once.
What is that, everyone? If you know what this is, leave a comment below.
Iron it, man. You put the sleeves on there and you iron it. See?
That's weird. We're guessing it's an iron of some type. If you know what it is,
Real old.
let us know.
Oh, Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum.
Ooh, yummy!
Take a stick.
Yeah, no kidding. Come on, give it a try.
That is good. As I like to always say, what's the worst that could happen? I mean,
Actually, I gave up saying that. Now I say, what's the best that could happen?
what's the best that could happen? Oh, man.
No power.
All sorts of assorted goodies and kitchen utensils, it looks like. I don't know.
Then we still have the mystery bottle. Old rusted lid. Clear liquid.
Water, alcohol, we just don't know. We're just not going to open it to find out.
Here.
Curiosity.
Oh, the Corral. My mom. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. My mom is. She ever sees this video, she's going to go, oh, I used to have those. And she's right. See if you can use this. If you would. I'm going to open that. I want to see what it is.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know if you get enough light or not. Ugh. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
I think it is alcohol. It's got a semi-sweet smell, but alcohol-y smell to it. Whew.
Yikes.
It smells like alcohol. Here you go. Moonshine.
It's probably moonshine. You never know. You could have made it.
Oh, that smells. It smells like alcohol, but sweet all at the same time. That's
Some sort of liquor.
Don't you always wonder, everybody, why people leave certain things behind that look very pricey, expensive, something they could sell that are antiques now? Do they forget? I mean, do they forget? Do they just not care? Or I'm betting they don't have a clue. They've forgotten all about it. Somebody died. They didn't even check it out. Old family member. Man, stuff that we see goes to waste is crazy. Still loving this huge freezer. And I can't walk out without looking inside it. So it's got a lock. So you guys should lock this one. Oh, man. Nothing in it.
No dead body in the freezer.
Thank God, no. Over here. And there are some collapsed buildings.
I love the house on this Explorer, but I actually liked
Wow.
the outside in the woods better.
Look at that. Just sitting in there. Look at that thing. I don't think I'm going to step in there very much, but ooh. I think something's living back in there. That's been dug in. Look at that, just sitting in there.
John Deere on the axles.
It's rotting away. John Deere up on the front,
It's got
too.
cool dials on it. I mean,
Wow.
it's gonna collapse now, but
Yeah. All it takes is my luck. He says, meh. And then he walks by. Oh, yeah, we have to take a look. Look at this. Jeez. Front wheels are buried. Look at that. That's how long it's been here. Buried. That is cool. Right there is one of those crazy cool, weird finds. Just cool. Poor old John Deere. A lot of old equipment back here. There's a little conveyor unit over there. I'll walk over there in a sec. Then I'll walk over to where they're at. Oh, look at this. Wow. It's rotting down here. Old stuff. Probably matches the age of the tractor. You can't beat something that cool. Manure spreader, conveyor. Don't know what that is. If you know what that is, comment below, please. Because that thing is creepy. Oh, I know what it is. It's like a digger. It's a post hole digger.
Like a fisher.
Oh, like a grinder feeder. Jeez. Now that's an oldie though. Jeez. This, look at that, steel wheels. This was back when they had steam power tractors. Oh yeah. The 1800s. hold a handbrake, steel wheels, and the steel wheels, that drove it. And that was not covered, then, because that's traction. All those little pieces of metal.
Rubber. Oh, still got some of the belts on it. No way.
Oh yeah. They're broke at the bottom. Right down in my mosquito heaven down there. Well, guys,
Mr. Dave.
about everything we can see here. We are just sweating bullets still today. But we are going to head on out. Head to another place.
Family of fun.
Comment, like, subscribe. Please at least hit the like. Takes you a second. Let us know what you think of our explorers. And if you got time, please leave a comment. But for Kylie from Exploring the CF, talk to you later.
Oops. I went before my little Easter egg. Sorry. Sorry. Of course, a lot of people don't even know I have Easter eggs. Kind of let you know that who watches all the way through if they mention an Easter egg once in a while. Yeah, we were doing one of mine, Family Fun. There was some issues with a couple other videos I was going to do. There were a couple people wanted me to do their videos. Well, actually, 3 different people. I went through their videos, and they all had copyrighted music. You know, they didn't think it was copyrighted until I explained it to them that, yeah, when you have a pay music service, I technically can't put it, you know, by YouTube rules, since I'm doing a review, it's okay for me to do that. I may have to put a link to the music, you know, put accreditation of the music in my just details. But since I'm doing a review, I can actually do that. But since I'm a small YouTube channel, and YouTube will demonetize me right away or put a copyright strike against me, it's much harder for me to tell YouTube, guys, it's a reviewing show. That's actually fair use. It takes them forever to come back and go, oh yeah, oops, you're right. If I'm a big channel, if I have 300,000 subscribers, I'm sure they'll come back right away within a minute. But for me, they'll go, well, you need a certain amount of views, or maybe we'll get to it in a couple weeks. It's like, well, well, thanks, Bajerico. I know, like I said, I don't normally review my videos, but I do want some feedback on it. What do you guys think was the high points, the low points? What did I do right, wrong? I thought I did kind of cool matching the music to the location. Mr. Dave, I'm not feeling too bad. My lungs are hovering along. It was tough the other night. Sean and I did a late night explore, which I'll discuss here in a little bit, but we had to wear masks. It was a nasty place. Hey, Hike with Mike, how's it going? Like I said, thing with long belts. No, that thing with the long belts was a, oh, gosh, darn, I have to go back and look at it, honestly. It wasn't a sawmill. It was a type of conveyor or spreader setup, I believe. Well, yeah, Urbex, see, I know there's a lot of loopholes that since I'm a review show, that's why people can review things like actual Star Trek shows or Star Wars or stuff and show clips because they're an honest reviewing. And I can show the copyright music, but I'm a small channel and they copyright strike me by the time I argue with them, since the wheels of YouTube roll really, really slow for us small channels. It rolls really fast if you're a big channel. Or they just don't do it to you if you're a big channel. Yeah, thank you, Bajerico. See, I liked that the inside and gave us something, but then the outside I thought was even better. The truck at the beginning that Lord Explorers popped on us was great. A good way to start off. Then I liked the farm equipment out back hidden in there. And that tractor sitting in that dilapidated shed rotting away was really cool. You know, I was waiting to get an animal to come out there after I was getting in that building, because you can see he's got a burrow back there. Yeah, Rebecca, you're right. Oh, Oh, there you go, Alex. It says it's a bail. It was a bail elevator. Thank you very much, Alex. Appreciate that. Hey, Exploring a J, how's it going? Yeah, I've done that, Steve. I've even muted a few areas, but then I've had a few people. I muted an area of one video. One of the guy who did the video was a little annoyed. He's like, "Look what took away from my video." He should have told me I had copyright music in it. Yeah, Steve, I've gone back and edited a few and removed the original soundtrack and put music. That's why, as some of you know, being a regular, you see I have one up, and suddenly it goes away and it comes back up a little different. So I had to change it for the copyright stuff. And honestly, I'm not here to mess with somebody's copyrights, but I also don't think I should be giving them all the monetization for my whole video when I use a piece of their music showed up in 30 seconds or 10 seconds or 40 seconds of my video, 2-hour video. That's a little bit wrong. Yeah, yeah, Jay, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Gary, Indiana is awesome. If you've never explored there, people, and you have a chance, Gary's a great place to explore. There's some great explorers there. The city founders are pretty welcoming. I have to give the city of Gary that. Their government's pretty welcoming. The people are pretty dang friendly as long as you do not make them nervous. In Gary, it's best to just walk up to people. If you see somebody near a place you're going to explore looking at you, just walk up and tell them what you are. Gary, Indiana has a lot of urban explorers, and once they know what you are, they're not there to vandalize their city. They're very friendly. But Urbex brings up a good point. It is crazy how much people leave all places, but yeah, farms especially. Because when that farm was closed up, that tractor was in really good shape, and so were a couple of the other pieces of equipment there. I mean, why would you just vandalize, abandon thousands of dollars of equipment? Unless somebody died and a family member didn't know and didn't care, which by the basement, it looks like could have happened. Because a lot of stuff down there worth money. But as normal, everything is still there, including that little Kellogg's coin. Take nothing. Hey, no problem, Pajerico. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you coming in and staying up late. And especially now since the clocks, Urbexy says the clocks have messed you guys up again. So to everybody across any pond that stops in, thank you very much. Also, I don't know if him and his dad watch these, but a family of a fellow cystic fibrosis person reach out. Their son is 11 years old, has cystic fibrosis. And the family says they watch tons of my videos together, which is another reason I try to keep this clean. I have now, that is, about 5 or 6 CFers, families who watch my videos and show them to their child with CF as an inspiration not to keep going and how old you can get with this illness. But in case they do see this, Robert Marzek, you're only 11 years old, but you got a lot of years left, and don't give up on your dreams. And your dad is taking you on explorers. Enjoy them. Keep your mask on. Take care of those lungs. And I'm looking forward to seeing videos from you someday. So if you and your dad do watch this together, great. I appreciate it. And I really hope your lungs definitely carry you a lot longer. And pay attention to your doctors. Pay attention to your parents. And exercise them puppies. Push those lungs and you'll keep them a lot longer. But sorry, everybody, I do this partially to show other people my lung problem. You don't have to give up on every dream, no matter how tough it is, painful it is. As much as I've had to give up because of my lung problem, I'm still out trying to do this as much as possible while I can. So for him to be out there with his dad is not sheltering him, taking him out to explore and see places and hiking with him. That's great. So I will always mention people like that, not just with CF. Anybody with a disability or illness of some type that you're really fighting against and you're on doing stuff, go for it. But that's my moment for cystic fibrosis today. Sorry, I missed some of the chat doing that. Oh, Cindy, yeah. See, now, Cindy, in the desert, I know people just throw the desert, and then also people have just forgotten places in the desert. Cindy, do you use Google Maps? Or, sorry. That and Bing? Google Satellite and Bing and look from above? See what you can find? Thanks, Pajerico. Yes, please, everybody, do hit the like button. It's for me and any other live streamer or video you see. That does show Google, hence YouTube, that there is interest, that you're getting engagement from. It does help in the algorithm, let's put it that way. Right now, every small channel needs as much help from the algorithm as they can get because it's really screwy right now. Also, it shows the person creating the video that they're doing something right. And if we're doing something wrong, don't just give me a thumbs down. I don't mind thumbs downs. I can't please everybody. But let me know why. Because I can try to get better. So we all can. The music you put was the entire thing. You talking about one of your videos, Steve? Did I miss something in the chat? Because like I said, I was off track there a little bit. Oh, the American Picker Store in Iowa? Jay, you're going to be right in my area, dude. Jay, you need to get a hold of me because you're going to be in my area. I wouldn't at least mind doing a meetup with you. Maybe not a lot of time for exploring this weekend. I got a heck of a rough weekend coming. But at least do a meetup, man. Because you're in my area. I live in the Quad Cities. The American Picker Store is here in the Quad Cities. It's in LeClaire, Iowa. Not a secret, so I can mention that. And I'm within 40 minutes of it. Something like that. So let me know. Oh, I'll bet you do, Cindy. Which is something I got to look up here. The area I live in is, I guess there's a huge amount of old coal mines around here. The USGS does show some. I got to find out which ones are able to gain access to yet. Thank you, Mr. Dave. And Mr. Dave, sorry I wander once in a while, but that's caffeine for you. How are you feeling, Mr. Dave? Last I knew, you've been doing a lot better. Maybe not a lot, but better. RJ32, it's not that I don't like gimbals. I don't like gimbals regularly for urban exploring. I think gimbals take away something from a lot of urban explorers. It makes them too smooth, too cinematic. An exploration or explore where you're climbing over stuff, going over rough floors, creaking, moving things, tripping on stuff. If it's too smooth, it removes all the feeling from the viewer of what you're going through. It makes it harder for them to connect, to get a feel for the explorer. That said, gimbals are useful for certain things. There are certain shots gimbals are good for, certain types of exploring they're good for. But on average, I do think gimbals take away from a lot of explorers. Not to call him out, but when Steve Ronan or Exploring with Steve, whatever, started using a gimbal, I actually liked most of his explorers less. There's a few of really amazing shots he did cool with the gimbal, because some of those really neato shots were great with that smooth look. But his explorers, one of them struck me. He's climbing up this raw / tough hill, and you couldn't connect with the climb. He's talking about how hard it is. You didn't feel like it was hard at all. It was perfectly smooth. Half that explorer was really rough explore, but it was perfectly smooth. It took out a lot of me, and I talked to some others, of how we got into the video. People even on his comments were saying, maybe you should get rid of the gimbal because it was kind of removing from the explorer, from the experience. So I'm not against gimbals totally, just I do feel they remove from an explorer a lot of times. Exploring is supposed to be rough and tough, not supposed to be prim and proper and smooth and pretty all the time. That's why I like using my cell phone a lot of times in my GoPro for my videos. You can drop them, beat them, get them wet. A lot of DSLRs are big. You don't want to drop it, get it wet. go through rough stuff with it. Sorry, I'm catching back up. Alex, I grew up in farm country. I worked on farms growing up. I have family that worked for International Harvester that became Case IH later. Oh, no problem. Family fun. Thank you. Okay, Cindy. Well, Rogue, go to the USGS, United States Geological Survey, I believe. I believe their site has marked a lot of the coal mines. And they even mark them partially to tell you how dangerous they are. If I'm wrong on USGS, let me know. That's the site I remember, I think, has a lot of them marked. On your channel, there's only 2 videos. We're going to get others back on the channel. Well, that's cool, Steve. Looking forward to seeing those. Steve! Ha! Hey, Steve, how's it going? Steve lives in the area I do, in the Quad Cities area, and actually uses the my same computer technical guy that I do. How's it going, Steve? I'm pretty sure, if I'm wrong, Steve, please throw a stick at me, but man, I swear that's the same name. Sometimes you see so many people, you can get lost. Well, RJ32, I understand that, and some people are really bad at motion, but I do still think, especially since a lot of cameras, GoPros, cell phones, DSLRs, have a lot of good motion suppression in them now, where they get rid of that super jounciness. I just don't like gimbals. I say gimbals are useful in maybe 10% of urban exploring videos and pictures and shots. The other 90%, I think they shouldn't be used. I don't like them. That's just my personal preference. If you like gimbal exploring, that's cool. I just personally like to watch where they trip on something, whoa, the whole video trips with them. They climb a rough hill, that video's all over because they're climbing. Rough floor, whatever. That's just me. But yeah, excessively is nuts, and I have a few excessive ones that Urbex's tried to help me fix, and pretty much we come to the conclusion God himself couldn't fix it, and I don't think even a gimbal would have fixed. I just did that bad. Alex is starting Farm Wars. Case IH #1, not John Deere. Well, no, Steve, if you want a gimbal and you don't mind how it shoots, you like that style. Oh, yeah, it's your videos, your style, get a gimbal. I'm just going my personal preference. And RJ32 and Urbex, you're both right. If there is too much motion, which I have been guilty of, it can also take away from the Explorer and really be obnoxious. But I do think gimbals have their place, but I think some people now are using gimbals too often. For certain types of video, a gimbal is an amazing thing. For other types, I think gimbals just suck. Okay, Steve. Yep, exactly, Steve. I know you are, Steve. Yep, Sean is amazing. And I don't mind mentioning him by name. Just don't mention the cities we live in, Steve. I say the Quad Cities. Steve is from my area. We live in, like I said, the big conglomeration of the Quad Cities. He is talking about Sean Brown at BitTech, which I have mentioned on here before because he made my gorgeous computer here. It looks like a transformer for my editing and streaming and stuff. And he knows I mention him, so that's not a problem. So feel free to look him up at BitTech if you're ever in my area. Urbexy, I'm not sure I have too many good filming days. I think the Night Explorer Sean and I just did, maybe I could have used a gimbal. Or maybe less caffeine. I was really excited. I don't mind cinematic shots, but I don't like too much. See, this is where I can maybe disagree a little with the RJ32. Maybe we'll find common ground. I think there's too many people concentrating on cinematic shots in urban exploring now. I really do. Urban exploring is never, to me, meant to be something smooth and pretty. Not if you're doing abandoned places. If you're doing just national parks, or even when I was going through the World War II ship, I don't mind smooth shooting in that. But as an actual abandoned place, off-roading, climbing over things, rough floors, scary steps, urban explorer, I think too many people are concentrating on cinematic shots. Urban exploring was never meant to be cinematic. And that's just, once again, my personal thought and preference. You all can give me a thumbs down and go, boo, hiss, but I've been doing this a long time, and I think it's too cinematic anymore. Drone shots and everything are different, because if your drone is bouncing around, there's something wrong with your drone. Your drone shots of the smokestack lately was amazing. Probably one of my favorite drone shots of the last year. I mean, really was great. I've tried to do the same thing and almost crashed my drone because of some wind issues. I just think that there's too much emphasis on cinematics from some people. That's why I've actually stopped watching some of the big guys who aren't clickbaiting, because they've gone these super long, gorgeous cinematic shots, and you lose the feeling of it's abandoned, it's kind of scary, it's kind of dark, it's kind of creepy, the floors are bad. You lose that feeling in this, ooh, that's pretty and cool, smooth, neat. But I do think gimbals and smooth cinematic shots can be used in certain areas of it, but just too much emphasis. Oh no, Steve. I would never unlist your videos because you can't get back to comments. Anybody on here really understands we all have lives and busy. Sorry, I got a little bit of blood in my caffeine system. No, don't feel bad about not answering. It's hard to get back to everybody. It really is, and that's the way it is. And it's not going to get better if your channel grows. You think guys that have 400,000 subscribers have time to sit down and talk? Oh, sorry, I was supposed to say the S word here. Or YouTube will get angry. You think got 400,000 viewers, they can sit down and recontact everybody? Sooner or later, if you're on YouTube enough and your channel does grow, sooner or later, you can't get back to everybody. You just can't. So don't feel bad about that early on. Just do what you can. And Rogue, you're right. It's all learning curve one way or another. Well, see, Urbex, I agree. I like a cinematic shot can complement, but there's a lot of people now that are concentrating on making urban exploring, trying to make it a whole cinematic experience, and that doesn't work out. I've seen some urban exploring type TV shows that, I'm sorry, they suck because they are too cinematic, too smooth, too pretty, too much lighting set up. I've seen explorers in and out setting up lighting and multiple cameras and doing shots over and over again. And boy, we can get down into that. Oh, no problem, RJ32. Thank you very much, man. And everybody, you need to go to RJ32's site and look. He did, no joke, one of the best. It is, to me, it's one of the best drone shots of the year. It just is. There. RJ32, if you want to add a link to that video, please feel free. You have the ability to do so. But I really think that I disagree with him on some of the stuff, but yeah, really check out the video. It's really good. Steadicam, Urbexy, not a lot of people I know use Steadicams. Steadicams are a kind of an acquired taste. Yeah. Oh, a lot of you don't know, but I have been having problems, as many have, with my GoPro Hero 5 Black. Same problems people have with a lot of GoPro Hero 6 Blacks. sound issues where they're too sensitive. You even touch the casing, or even my rubberized tripod I haven't hooked to with a damper, and I even built another damper between there, and a damper between the camera and the case, and you still, if you go like this on the tripod, it makes ruins your audio. Finally, after months of messing with them, finally I made a really bad comment about it. I will never buy your 7 or any other thing until you fix my 5 on a vlog. Finally they got back to me. Now they want me to talk to them about it. So we'll see what happens there. RJ32, you can actually post links on my page, man. You are a moderator. You can post links. Oh, there you go, Rogue. He uses a steady cam from time to time. Now, wait a second. Am I getting steady cam wrong? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Now, are you talking steady cam? Are you talking, is that the holder that holds the lights out? I think I got this wrong. There was a camera that was actually called steady cam for a while, people used. Then they didn't like it. Now, you talking those weird holders, got the handle and the light? It's kind of weird looking. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, Alex. I knew a guy I went to college with, collected tons of them. He even took his old farm tractor toys apart, would sandblast them and buy parts and put them back together, rebuild them like new. Yeah, so do I, Rogue. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Rogue, I do like that roughness, that walking up steep hills, going up steps, because they're scary. I like that feel. I just do. Oh, there you go, RJ32. Thank you. Byron E. Hey, Byron. I tried to find any messages from you, man. I mean, I went all over the place. YouTube, Instagram, and email, and I didn't find any. So if something happened and you do want to contact me, best way to do it is either on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. I don't know what's going on if you met where you messaged me, but I did not find any, Byron. I did look, and I was going to contact you, but I couldn't find a way to contact you back. Yes, Urban Explorer Steve, they did fix the sound on the GoPro 7, but if you've already bought a 5 or 6 black, and they don't want to fix your crap, why would you pay money for a expensive 7? So it's kind of annoying, and it left a lot of people hang, and this is the first time in months of me contacting them, not just me, but thousands of 5 and 6 owners, that they've actually got back to me. So I got to talk to them yet tonight and go, hey, what are you going to do about my GoPro? Because I'd love to use the thing. Really would. Love to use it more often if the sound wasn't going to crap. Oh, yeah. Urbex, see, I know what you're talking about. Okay, that's what those are. See, the only reason I don't use those again is the size. See, I'm a big thing about size in my Urban Explorers. I've had to go tight places. I like something I can carry, get in and out quick, so I have a very small drone. Everything I carry is decently small, so I can in and out, decently uncomplicated, something I can hide in my pockets if possible. Stuff like that. I do like that, and a lot of those things are complicated. You bump it, you mess with it. Ugh. Okay, Alex, so you do that with tractors. And by the way, Dave, Mr. Dave, thank you very much if you were talking to me about favorite Explorer. I mean, I really appreciate that, but there's some amazing, and I say amazing, small Explorers. Because I do believe that whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever media, the small Explorers, not just YouTubers, but smaller Explorers, less known, are the better Explorers right now. And I will say that, biased here, small YouTubers are probably some of the best Explorers out there right now. Because we are using video that I do believe is a better media. I'm sorry, guys that just rely on stills only. I'm sorry. I do believe that video is a better media. It just is. It gets more across. The picture's worth 1,000 words. Like Urbexy said, 30 frames a second, that's 30,000 words in a second of video then. Just saying. Oh, wow, my chat didn't update. It's got an arrow, but it didn't move. But yeah, Dave, thank you very much. If you think I'm your favorite explorer, I appreciate it. But make sure you check out a lot of the other small ones, man. The small guys are the ones I've actually, me and some others have actually unfollowed. Gotta watch that S word on YouTube. Unfollowed some of the big guys. Not jealousy, not because we're annoyed because they're bigger than us or anything. Because they really have gotten away from real exploring. I stick with spending my time watching the smaller guys that really care. Do it because they love it. Not because they're ever going to make a penny. Or if they do make a penny, it's going to be enough to throw a couple of gallons of gas in the car. You know, not going to get fame out of it. Do it because they love it. But thank you very much, Dave. I do appreciate the compliment. Ooh. Well, that's cool, Alex. It doesn't matter where you explore or what you explore. It's being an explorer. Remember, people, it doesn't have to be abandoned. That's just a narrow area of exploration. What are you talking about, Rogue? Without a doubt. Copper mine, tons of, wow. Now, Cindy, do you have some video of that puppy? That'd be really cool. Holy heck. Oh, copper mines would be badass. Sorry, when they said an update, then I hit the update and went, well, I missed some stuff. I don't know what you're saying, Rogue. Byron, you have a question. Drones in a building. Drones in a building, depending on the size of the drone and the size of the building and the type of drone, some of it are easier than you think. I can fly my drone here in my basement very easily. Very slowly. You put it in tripod mode if possible, or just fly it really slow and with prop guards, everyone. Drones, most of the good drones today, Byron, are not hard to fly inside as long as you practice a little and are careful. Some people just wang the sticks up or wang them down or just, you know, have some light feel on the controls and you'll usually be okay. Yes, we do practice drone shooting. Even Sean has flown the drone once or twice. He's afraid to damage it though. But yeah, I have practiced my flying. Sometimes I practice flying at explorers where I know I'm never going to use the footage because it'll either give away the location or it just isn't really footage to show. But yeah, I practice a lot. I have tons of drone footage in files on my computer. I'm actually going to make I've gone out to my parents. My parents live in the middle of nowhere. And it's open airspace. Even in the United States with all of our rules, it's open airspace. And I've gone out there and flown and got some amazing, beautiful images of the river and the islands and stuff. So I'm gonna okay. But yeah, okay, Rogue, I don't know what's going on, but after your earlier conversation, if you've continued on your stream, if you're continued with what you were doing then, I hope you're not. Maybe tone it back a little. But yeah, drone shots, you do have to practice. I practice a lot. Maybe not as much as I should have. I'm not as good a pilot as I should be. Partially because of my habit to squirrel. But I do love the drone. And if you're going to get a drone, don't buy an ultra cheapie. You don't have to buy a super expensive drone. Buy at least a middle grade drone and practice. Make sure it shoots at least 720. Anything below 720, your video quality is not going to be very good. No matter what, it won't be good from a distance. It'll be really grainy and jerky. But yeah, I got a bunch of drone footage I should put out. Just as a drone video is just showing a bunch of a bunch of drone footage put together, honestly. So I may have to do that sometime. Yeah, Alex, you don't always need somebody to explore with. Just be careful if you're by yourself and know your limits. If it's someplace semi-dangerous, definitely watch yourself. If it is, maybe ask somebody if it is a dangerous place. Steve, you'd be surprised. Sean and I thought we had our area tapped out. It's a big area, but man, we didn't find anything forever. Now, lately, we've been finding some good places to explore. So don't always automatically assume your area's up. I don't know how much you've just driven around. And we grew up in this area. We've gone driving around on both sides of the river here in the Quad Cities, even a little outside the Quad Cities area. And suddenly we'll run into something. Holy crap. The other night was one of our nemesis. This weekend, we pulled down one of our nemesis of places we've always wanted to explore just because we kept checking on it. Check things back, keep looking at them. And you wouldn't believe, like I said, not everything's got to be some crazy abandoned exploration. Look at Fred Finder. Check his channel out, Explorer Fever. Look how he does it. And he does a good job at it. Hey, CRT Productions, thank you very much. All right, have a good night, Rogue. Cheer up, man. Yes. Byron, there are many explorers. Excuse me. Medication. I started earlier today. I'm making things itchy. It's called Caiston. It has trianam, and it's really good stuff for my lungs, but it makes them real cranky. Airspace. I know Rogue has different rules, so if Rogue wants to throw in the rules in Scotland, he can. And anybody else that knows drone rules where they're at, feel free. But since I have traveled in my drone, yes, there are major airspace restrictions, and the United States is actually one of the worst countries for drone rules and restrictions. And I do agree with some. Sean and I have had many places we wanted to video and can't because we're in a restricted place. Which my drone would tell me. I also have an app called Air Maps that tells me also. The Air Maps and the drone itself by DJI Spark both try to tell me where I'm in bad airspace. One place Sean and I were at, I was going to take off just to get footage of the house. Wasn't going to go high, but I had no clue we were close to a municipal little small airport. And my drone wouldn't even take off. It said, It was blinking red on the screen. And then I looked on my air maps. I'm like, yeah, I'm really close to a tiny airport. And those planes take off and land at a very low altitude right there. So yes, you will run into restricted airspace. There are types of airspace where I can call the air traffic control tower near wherever I'm flying and ask for permission. There are some areas where you don't have to ask for permission. But you got to make sure you know those areas. Also in America, we have a problem with the FAA. And I'm going to say problem because there's a stupid rule. If you fly as a hobbyist, you can just fly pretty much whenever you want. Sure, if you're in restricted space, you got to get okay. But you don't have to have a flight plan, all this crap and testing. Yet, as soon as you fly and make a penny, a lot of times, which a lot of YouTubers and other people do, thankfully the FAA hasn't overly enforced this yet, sorry. But as soon as you try to make a penny off your drone footage, a lot of times the FAA says that's kind of technically illegal at times because they want you to have this special drone license. Well, as soon as you get this license called, what, Part 107, then you suddenly can't fly as often as a hobby guy. A 5-year-old child can suddenly fly, who has just started flying, can fly his drone in many more places at the drop of a hat than you can as an experienced drone flyer with this Part 107 license. Because they throw tons of restrictions on you. They want you to plan a flight plan. They want you to register that flight plan. They want you to plan ahead and say when you're going to do this. They want to know how far, your exact flight plan. With a drone, you don't know your exact flight plan. That's the whole point. The Part 107 almost makes drones useless. I know people defend the Part 107, say, oh, we have to have it. No, you don't. Make height restrictions so we don't get near aircraft. I understand. But telling, as soon as I go from being a 5-year-old with a drone that it's capable of doing, if you took the limiter off, which you can, flying 10,000 feet, to me, having the same drone and a lot of experience, suddenly I register for Part 107 and I can't fly 80% of the stuff I could have before. It's restrictive, it's stupid, and the problem is in America, it's only probably going to get worse. So it kind of sucks. Sorry, Dave. No problem, Dave. Yeah, let me know on Messenger how you're doing, man. Yeah, feel free to drop me a message. I'll get back to you later tonight. Which messenger? So make sure if it's Instagram, I got to check it because it never dings. Wow, Steve. Steve, are there any explorers that ever been in your area you can contact? Look up. Boy, I don't know. Do you have any ghetto areas where you're at? It's tough to find areas sometimes. It really is. Yeah, sometimes driving around, walking around is the best thing. Look in your old industrial areas. Sometimes industrial stuff closes up, and if it's abandoned quick enough, it's left open at times. Or there's ways in. I know I hate to say this, but sometimes we do live on vandals, guys. I just wish they had to destroy the crap out of stuff. Steve, yes, I know, I hear you, man. Cindy's in the same boat. And once again, I tell Cindy all the time, and I've told you, feel free to post. I don't care if it's 20 times a chat. Post your location and say, hey, I'm looking for collaborations with other explorers. And hopefully somebody will see that. And I'm hoping to get, like I said, I'm hoping to add another live stream where I just use Google Hangouts. And I can get some of you guys in and just talk to you. Urban Explorer to Urban Explorer and talk. Or I'm going to try to do it through my encoding software and do it with a review, but I'm not sure my encoding software is going to let me unless I pay a decent amount of money, which I don't have at the moment. So I may have to just do another stream. Well, see, Alex, be careful of carrying a gun if you are urban exploring. We've talked about this here before. I have concealed carry. I have no problem admitting that. It's legal concealed carry. My wife and I both took classes and everything. I grew up shooting guns. But if you are ever urban exploring and you are trespassing, possibly, not saying all explorers are trespassing, me and Sean get okay on many of our locations. We do our best, and many are not owned. They're in a court battle and nobody claims ownership. We do a lot of that, but sometimes, yeah, you're technically trespassing. Be careful to have a gun on you. Simple trespassing in most areas is a misdemeanor where sometimes they won't even give you a ticket. Yet, if you have a firearm on you, a simple misdemeanor can turn into a flippin' felony. Armed trespass or carrying a gun on private property, somebody else's private property, or sneaking around, dicey. So be careful with the gun. That's why we carry hella pepper spray. And it's some rough stuff. We don't carry the weak stuff. That little container we have will knock down a grizzly. Well, maybe not a grizzly, but maybe a small black bear. Yeah, be careful with the guns. Byron, are there flight plans for explorers? Not really. I mean, they act like, okay, the FAA is a little out of date here. Like a lot of government in America and a lot of other countries. They seem to be 20, 40, 50 years behind. The FAA is trying to treat drones like commercial aircraft or big airplanes that people fly. Hey, I'm in my airplane. I'm going to go from point A to point B. Here's my flight plan for sightseeing. Well, drones, you don't do that. You take off and you have to look around on your little screen and see what you're looking at to get the best shot. You're trying to get close to cool ruins, fly over a smokestack like RJ-32, go low. Drones can do things that these other aircraft can't. So equating them as the same or trying to put the same rules on is stupid. There are no flight plans for the FAA has set up. You're supposed to set your own flight plan, then get a hold of them, let them know, and they can okay or not. And sometimes you have to set it up in advance. Well, if it rains or goes bad or something that day, you're screwed. You're out for months. Yet if you just claim you're a hobbyist, like again, your 6-year-old kid can just walk over and fly it while you're up a creek. Makes no sense. And they like to say the excuses, well, you're making money off your drone. So what? You still know that because any YouTube earnings have to be claimed as taxes. So it's not like I'm getting away with anything. It's stupid. Does the FAA know I'm an explorer? I don't know what the FAA knows. But the thing is, I'm nothing compared to others. I mean, come on, the big explorers out there, they have millions of followers, are using their drones for footage and making money, and they're not Part 107 licensed. That's just a fact. There are foreign explorers that come over and use their drone. They're not licensed in this country at all. I do have FAA numbers on my drone. I definitely am going to follow that rule. Because if your drone crashes somewhere, hits somebody, hurts somebody, you don't have FAA numbers, that's about a $250,000 fine and maybe 5 years in jail. That one there was tough on, and I agree with it 100%. But as for what they don't know if I'm a realtor, they don't know if I'm an explorer unless they have to come investigate me for something. But I'm also not an idiot. I'm not flying my drone in the flight plan of airplanes like a certain huge explorer did in Gary, Indiana not too long ago. Hey, I'd love to have drone shots of that building too, dude. But you can't fly there because you're close to a stupid airport's landing pattern. Yet you flew there and you flew high. And I know for a fact, because I checked, you can't fly there. That's why I didn't fly my drone there and get the same gorgeous shots. But the FAA, I mean, if they had to enforce every drone right now, it'd be insane for them. X-Jet. No, CRT, I don't think I have. But I did see a big guy recently who was actually touting not only that he loves drone restrictions, but he wants tons more. Just because people that make money might play one-upsmanship with drones, really? That's your excuse? That is your real excuse? This from the guy who backs his drone out of his apartment building window right in the middle of a city, where he probably shouldn't be flying without clearance, if you can even get it, because of helipads around him. But no, I don't think I've seen X-Jets, CRT. Ah, that's cool, Alex. Sorry, my chat just got... No, okay. Hey, among the unknown. Oh, let me see here. Sorry, try to catch up with the chat just suddenly went... I know, Steve, it's tough, man. Maybe go out of your way to try to find somebody else interested. Start mentioning, hey, I'm an urban explorer. Anybody interested in this? Okay, this is going to sound stupid, Steve. I've even talked to some police officers about, hey, do you guys know any abandoned places? If you have any realtors in your family, ask them. They might know some good abandoned places. All right. Byron, you ask an amazingly good question. A lot of people do not know the drone laws. Are you trespassing with a drone? No. The airspace in the United States of America, and this is not a joke, I think they call it from 10 inches up to space, is controlled and owned by the government. The FAA controls all that airspace. You do not. You can fly a drone over anybody's private property and take pictures and film it. They do not own the airspace. They may try to sue you in civil court someday, but most will never do that because it's cost prohibitive. Now, here's where you can get in trouble. If there are people outside and you are taking pictures or video of people, then guess what? You're a poop crick. You cannot picture or video people in America in their private property, because that does become a privacy and restrict under the privacy laws. And as long as they're not outside, no people, including probably their family pets, trust me on that one, you can do whatever you want. I've had people argue. I've seen people on YouTube. You can look it up. Argue. You can't fly over my property. Yeah, I can. And if you shoot my drone down or damage it, it's your butt. But I'm not going to be a jerk, too. I'm not going to fly 5-6 feet off the ground looking at somebody's house. I'm definitely going to stay at drone heights. Let them know I'm not trying to look at them or something weird. But most places I go, there aren't people there anyway. But no, drones in America, in most places, you are not trespassing. Which is funny because federal lands are owned by you and me, the people, yet a lot of federal lands like say, you can't fly a drone here. It's kind of our public lands. So we can't use it for public use. Makes no sense. So I hope that answers your question, Byron, but it's a good question. I don't even know what you're talking about, Devon. We're talking about drones and stuff. We're not talking about what you went through, and I wasn't planning on discussing it because you can't fix people that hate YouTube, and that's that. We've already discussed that 1,000 times. I would just like Pajerico and Urbex, he told me, just don't engage with them. I may throw a couple comments back at them, but once I know they're two-faced jackasses, going to be jerks anyway, no point. Same with some of the people on Facebook that still want to cause problems with me. I just don't engage them. Let them keep giving me thumbs downs or somebody's making crappy comments on Facebook about me, whatever. They can keep proving the type of people they are. You should think the same way, Devon. Just let it go. Progressive Ninja, holy crap, man. How's it going, dude? Well, Alex, that's up to you how strict you want to be on your own land. Yes, Jay Watterson, thank you for stopping in. And yes, you are right. Trespassing laws. Here's a problem with America we've discussed before. By the way, sorry, Progressive, not going bad, but I squirreled because Jay Watterson had such a good question or a good comment. We discussed it before. Jay Watterson, are you in America? If you are, then you know the same problem a lot of us have. Trespassing laws in America need to be more like certain parts of other countries. Honestly, I'd like to see it more like the UK in a way, and I am all for private property. I'm not talking about damaging people's property or stuff like this. Trespassing laws at least need to be cohesive. In a lot of countries, it doesn't matter whether you're in the north, south, east, west, or middle of a country. The trespass laws are mostly the same. Here in America, we have an insane patchwork of trespass laws that go from each city, county, state can be different all over the place. It's screwy. Sometimes you get to face a city, county, and state that have 3 different laws within each other that you have to kind of face as a mix. It's an impossible task not to trespass in America, honestly. As soon as you walk onto somebody's sidewalk up there on their porch to knock on their door to ask them, let's say, directions, you've trespassed in some places. It's crazy. I would like to see America get their heads out of their rear a little bit. Let's make some cohesive trespass laws. Even if they're tough ones, at least let me know what the dang law is. In some places, if there's a purple paint stripe on something, you can't trespass. That counts as a trespass sign. In others, if there's no trespassing marked with actual signs, it's too bad. In others, it can be, there are a few places in America where it's an automatic felony for trespassing, but in most it's a misdemeanor. And some it's not even a misdemeanor, it's just they'll tell you to get the heck out. And you can't, America is a horrid place to go with trespassing laws. It's just stupid. No, that's something from Devon, among the unknown. That's something Urbex brought up a week ago that we still haven't discussed. We were going to discuss that. It's a broad term. It wasn't actually to do with what you were talking about. What happened to you. It's a broad term that has nothing to do with bad people. Actually, just has to do with sharing and growing your channel. I'll get to that here in a sec. Oh, thanks, Byron. I'm glad I could help. And by the way, you notice I'm saying your name properly for once. Had to drive that into my skull. Yeah, I'll have to check him out, CRT. X-Jet. X-Jet. Well, yeah, Jay Watterson, that's true. I can stand. Well, thing is, Jay Watterson, that's not 100% true. You can film property. Like I can stand on, let's say there's a bike path up on a dike, and I can see a cool abandoned place. Somebody still owns it, but it's an abandoned place. I can stand there with my telephoto and film that as much as I want, unless the owners happen to be out in the yard of that place or walking around it. As soon as I film them on their private property, that's bad. On private property in America, you have privacy laws with people and their animals. And I don't know why the animals count, but in many places they do. So no, your camera footage can be trespassed, just like out in Hollywood. You see tons of footage from helicopters of, paparazzi flying over getting pictures of people's estates. Not illegal. It's when they're outside that it's illegal. If there's any person outside swimming or playing tennis, illegal, they can't show that. Okay, yeah. Well, Jay Watterson, people, you can't even film people from a distance. Like I said, if I'm standing at a distance with telephoto, I can film somebody's property or take pictures of property, but I can't take pictures of people. That's where paparazzi get in trouble too. You cannot film people. That is privacy laws. You'll get nailed for trespass, and it is privacy law. So yeah, don't take pictures of people on their own property or videos of people on their own property. They can nail you if they feel like it. That's why I make sure there's nobody out there that I can get. If there is, I don't put that on film or online or anything. Steve, what video? You can post a link on here, Steve. If you have a video, just show me the link, and me and somebody else, anybody else on here can watch it. I'll try to watch it after my stream later tonight, but I'm going to watch some election returns yet. Here in America, we're doing that. Yay. But yeah, Steve, if you got a video I'd like me to take a look at, please feel free to post a link on here, man. You've been on here enough. You are an actual mod. And many of you, I'm not picking, if you haven't been here often and regular for a long, long time, you probably won't be a mod yet, but there's a lot of people I do mod. If they've been here so regular, I know them, I've interacted with them off streams a lot. There's a lot of those people are mods. For any of you out there doing live streams, it's important you do find some people you can trust to have as moderators. It's hard to keep up yourself or watch everything in the chat. So a moderator will definitely, some people you can trust can stomp on that for you. Yeah, feel free, Steve, to make sure you post a link there if there's something you want me to look at. Sorry, I was putting somebody's link in there. Okay, now for Devon, that's Among the Unknown. He saw where I say we're going to discuss how to share our videos, grow our channels, and share our explorers and other videos with other people. Okay, now this brings up a point where in the details I say, too many times today, people, especially in the urban exploring community, getting real cranky if you share a lot of places. You're just spamming, or I don't want to see your links everywhere. Well, too bad. That's how we all share. And doesn't it because you want your channel to grow? They say, oh, you're looking for fame or money. Honestly, 99.9% of us on YouTube will never make crap. We'll spend a lot more doing this than we'll ever make. So that's a moot point. I like people sharing, putting their links all over, because I have met a lot of you. I've seen amazing places, seen amazing explorers. I've run into other amazing types of videos because they shared links to places like Facebook, Reddit, all over, Twitter. Suddenly I see something cool and new, and I'm a happy camper. I see sharing as a good thing. If those people don't want to see your links, they don't have to look at them. They can bypass it. If they don't like what you're producing, just bypass it. No, Jay Watterson, that has been not upheld in court at all. Trust me. That's why the paparazzi do not show pictures all the time of people swimming in their pools. And I use that as an example because it's a fact. They used to, but they got in trouble it is privacy rights. We have the right to privacy in America. It's actually in our founding rights. Come on. You cannot take pictures of people on their property. You will get in trouble. You cannot video them either. if I go into somebody else's house and I'm talking to them, I can't sneakily video them either. I'm in trouble. So no, it is not First Amendment freedom. Your First Amendment freedom stops at their property line. You can't walk onto somebody's property and start screaming, you hate Donald Trump. I don't know. They can tell you to leave. You can't go First Amendment right. Sorry. No, your First Amendment right ends at somebody's private property line. And that goes with pictures and video. Your First Amendment right does not carry across private property lines to people. But inanimate objects have no First Amendment or privacy rights. Right to privacy does not count for a house or a bicycle. But I've looked this up. I know people have done this. You cannot hit people. YouTubers have been sued for that. And had to remove things with people in them. Which is one of the reasons, by the way, malls don't want you to film inside for right or wrong, because it's their private property, and they say it's a privacy issue with all their patrons. They're actually technically right. It's not First Amendment. Your First Amendment rights do not carry onto private property. The First Amendment is good for public property and public discourse like this. You know, I can say right now, I think Labrador Retrievers are the worst dog in history. That's free speech. Yet I can't go stand on my neighbor's property, look him in the face, go, Labrador Retrievers are the worst dog in the world, and that's it, and start going off on him. He has to tell me to leave. I can't also stand in my and across the street on the sidewalk and take pictures of him filming or training his dog. It's his right to privacy in his own yard. Hence, like I said, if that weren't true, you'd have tons of videos of paparazzi hitting people up in their own huge yards. Thank you, Steve. I will put that in my links at the top of my screen. Oh, okay. Oh, cool, Steve. I like that. I saw the beginning. I'll have to check that out when I'm done. Byron. Oh. I don't know. I might be able to transfer it over here. Hang on, Steve. We'll talk about it here in a sec. I do want to get some of what I got in my details in tonight, because sometimes I get behind. And people go, well, I came for this, what you had the details, and you didn't talk about it. So I'm just trying to, I'll cover my, let's see. Do explorers have to pay for permits within a city jurisdiction? Some places. There are very, 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 very few city, county, state, federal jurisdictions or government entities that give any type of permit or way to an urban explorer. In fact, most government entities still crap on us incessantly and treat us like idiot vandals or Just like a lot of government people, they're just lazy, don't want to take time to do their jobs or realize we are the citizenry they work for. Since they're government officials, it's mostly public property or owned by the public, not theirs personally. If we're not damaging property, they should let us use it. So our taxes pay for it. Gary, Indiana, and I talk about it often and have been made fun of by a certain group of Facebookers. Does have urban exploring permits for certain city-owned locations. They are working on others for the city, and they're even trying to talk to some private people about people exploring there. You do sign a waiver that if you get hurt, too bad. Those people's negative reactions to paying for permit make no sense. I think it's a great thing. These same people whine about how governments don't let them explore things, but then when this one goes out of the way to try to work with them, they crap on them also. So it's kind of dumb. Makes it that they're just kind of exploring for the ninja, look, I snuck in on something thing. I explore to see places and preserve them, not because I was so cool I snuck in. I know that'll probably get me another thumbs downs, I'm sure. I know for a fact a couple of them still watch. I see comments in a couple of the pages about it, about my streams. So I do thank you for the watch time. So yeah, there are very few places, and honestly, I haven't always paid for permits. I paid in Gary. Yes, I have. Have I paid every time I've been there? No. Sometimes it's not worth paying because you're not really exploring places covered by their permit. So the permit is very restrictive to certain places they have. And among the unknown is sending me messages while I'm on a live stream. And he knows I'm doing a live stream. Just say it on here, man. Oh, no problem, Steve. I can pull it up here in a little bit. I just want to get out some of what I was talking about. But what do you guys think? I mean, but no, Byron, sorry, to finish up with Byron, some places have permits, but they're rare. You can look them up. Places with Urbex permits or urban exploring permits, there are some out there. They are few and far between, and they are restrictive into certain places. But I'm still willing to reach out to somebody trying to meet urban explorers, at least part way, to make fun of me and others for trying to go, hey, thank you guys for trying. Just shows you're not really in it for the urban exploring. You're in it to be a sneaky or one-upsmanship, or you're not in it for what it really, for urban exploring, what it is. You're not in it to see cool places, share it with others, and preserve them. You're in it to be a sneaky little ninja dude and look, think how great you are. Once again, I know they'll probably give me another thumbs down or two from a certain group of people, but hey, too bad. No, Byron, as soon as, and I know this is going to sound weird, as soon as somebody is, Jay Watterson, if you share a location openly again, I'll remove you from the chat. That is a big urban exploring rule. And if you're an explorer, you know better. So don't do that again. That is a big rule I follow. I've argued with other people about it who just openly just share places and they get vandalized now. Don't do that again. That is one that'll get my hackles up instantly. Especially if you're an actual explorer. Then you know better. So don't do that. But no, Byron, if you watch a lot of urban exploring, if you're in a place like this asking a lot of questions, in some way, whether it's in here or out there, you're some type of an explorer. People who don't have some type of exploring thought in their head aren't paying attention to this stuff anyway. But also feel free to ask questions, because whether you're out there exploring or what you're watching, we want you to have a better understanding. Sorry, everybody, I got a little cranky there because somebody I believe that is an urban explorer just totally threw out a location, the one that shouldn't be shared. At one place I don't want. It's just, you don't do that. That's one of the biggest rules of exploring. You do not just do that. And if you happen to be the person I think you might be, I've contacted you about that before. So don't do that, especially since you mentioned that location. If you're that person who's openly sharing that location, then, you know, I could say something, but I'm not going to. Once again, I got some young viewers that watch these. No, Byron, asking questions is what it's all about. Asking questions. Heck, I've asked a lot of you guys questions. It's what it's all about, a back and forth. Exactly, Cindy. Exactly. Put cool stuff on video and put it on YouTube and look what I found. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that, Cindy, and that's a great way to put it. I'm sorry if I got cranky there, everyone. That is one of the top urban exploring rules. You don't just openly share locations. Unless, and I've discussed the rules before, it's demolished, a place you have permission to share, or, you know, it's totally open, well-known, no ownership, whatever, like that. There are very few reasons to ever openly share. The place that person shared is not a place allowed to be shared, and they know it. CRT. Urbex permits are extremely, I can't say extremely enough, few and far between. Very few government entities are decent enough or maybe realistic enough or found a way to make another couple pennies just by allowing urban exploring permits. And I, once again, I'm using them as an example because they're one of the best I know of. The city of Gary, Indiana has those permits. They are only for city-owned places. They are working on getting more involved in it. But the fact that they're willing to do that is a good thing. Once again, I don't think it should be discouraged or made fun of. But finally, somebody tried to meet with us a little bit. So no, CRT, I highly doubt they have them in your area. They don't have them in 99.98% of areas. There's like a 0.02% of areas that have them. As far as I've heard, Gary is not the only one, but I cannot remember the others offhand. Well, CRT, you can... I don't even know how to lobby a government entity anymore to get that put on a ballot or put up as an initiative. A lot of them are lazy. They'll keep citing, what do they cite? Liability. You could get hurt and sue them. The Gary, Indiana ones and the other ones, they actually have you either sign, or if you're doing it on the phone, or where audibly or online, there's something where you say out loud, you accept all responsibility. That's it. Their liability is waived. It's that simple. I even have liability sheets that I have made up that me and Sean can sign. Just get that, put liability in us. So when people tell you, oh, liability issue, sorry, go, here you go. Liability is removed. That's an excuse removed. Exactly, CRT. That's a good, see, they do charge some money. If it's you and a friend, it's a very reasonable amount of money to spend a day exploring. You know? It's not a big deal. I mean, I've paid some money before. I've bribed the guards. God, I pay for gas money to get to these places. You know, whatever. So don't say it's not money going out of your pocket anyway. I'm not saying I'll pay an exorbitant amount, but hey, something realistic, fine. But yeah, it does help CRT. And that's probably one of the reasons Gary did it, is because, hey, look, we can make a couple pennies off what we already got standing here. Jay Watterson, if you have more questions where you don't want to share a location, feel free. Or if you were on here just to be crabby because I've messaged you about sharing that location openly, then too bad. I'm hoping that's not why you came on here. I'm hoping you're not that person I think you are. See now, Byron, that's a tricky question. There are militant people out there in the exploring community that think YouTube and the Instagram and Tumblr, Snapchat, and everything else has actually made urban exploring too open. The governments are more aware of it now, and they're going to come down on us and crack down on us. There are places where that's true. There are more government entity people aware of urban exploring now than there were 5-10 years ago. But I personally, as an explorer who's been out there for a long time and is still out there, see it as a net positive instead of the negative. And there is some negative to it. Yes, there are some government entity workers out there who are just total jerks. They don't see the difference between exploring and vandalism. There's a huge difference. There's also a group of that, but see now, I don't think they're not the majority. Sure, maybe some of them are like that just to cover their liability for their city, county, state, whatever. But many government entities, and now I'm going to especially say the police in this. Many police officers especially know of urban explorers now. While some, yes, definitely hate urban explorers and are jerks, whether it's power trip or they just don't like what they stand for, or worried we're going to get hurt, whatever. Many police officers we run into now know about urban explorers and don't feel threatened by us anymore. They know we're not there to vandalize. They know we're not there to cause them danger, paperwork, whatever else. They know we're there to do. As evidenced by the one where Sean and I found the crime scene and were called by the police. Those cops were very friendly to us. Did they have to be? No. By law, they really didn't have to be. From what I found out about the property, the person died. There's no ownership technically at the moment. Kinda. The county owns it, kinda. But they could have been a lot worse about it. But as soon as I said I was an urban explorer and they saw our cameras, they relaxed. The guns went down in the holsters. They were very friendly, took our ID, did their job. Took our ID. They asked if I had my concealed carries. Did my ID come up that I have concealed carry? They were very nice to us. Once we came back as no outstanding felonies or anything. They were very nice to us. And if you see in the footage at the end of that video, they actually let us finish up a little closing and filming and pictures. These were police from a county and a city that were very nice. We run into other police officers. So some of these entities, I count the police as government workers. A lot of police officers know of us and know we're not a threat. They know we're not the vandal with a can. We're not the gangbanger with a knife or a gun. We're not somebody selling drugs. They know what they're there for, and even if they don't agree with it sometimes, they tend to be nicer to us and maybe not even ticket us. Because there's a lot of paperwork and work for them over nothing. And they know that. That's where I think it's been a net good. Even more than a net bad where some county, city, whatever, councils, or even a few states that go, we better do something about this. They don't look at exploring as a scourge. I think it's been good. I think that bringing it out in the open, we don't approve it. I also think, once again, I've mentioned before, the Gary Urbex permit wouldn't be around if urban explorers hadn't been more out in the open. It wouldn't be as well known. They wouldn't have made that. So there are people that are afraid to explore or don't want to explore by trespass, which I have no problem with. I try to get in legally as much as possible. If you want to be legal all the time, hey, these permits would be a boon for you. That's great. You don't ever have to worry about the, worry of a trespass issue. So that'd be great for them. Let's see. Cindy asked for an exploring permit, small town, explore a tunnel. And they looked at me like I had two heads. Well, Cindy, I didn't say all government entities know. Cindy, if you're ever going to do that, I could recommend you print up your own, type up your own liability waiver, saying, your name, leave spaces. If you have a partner like I, leave spaces for me and Sean. I blah, blah, blah. We're exploring that. Leave spaces for the location and the date. We renounce all liability. to the property owner at blah 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 for this for the sorry, I don't have it in my pack, for the privilege of exploring the property for picture or film for private use and or YouTube. Then we sign it. We can have them sign it, but we give it to them, and that resolves them of all liability. It says any injury, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So maybe just make those and carry them with you before you walk into any government entity. As soon as they say, look at you funny, go, well, here, I have a liability waiver if you're worried about any type of liability. And if they try saying, well, that's not good, yes, it is good enough. And tell them also, you will be more than happy to make a video using your smartphone or theirs, saying that you'll also waive any liability. And then that removes almost all leg they have to stand on as that as one of the government's biggest excuses. Yeah, not all government entities, Cindy, know what an Urban Explorer is. Some places they still are Urban Explorer. They go, Vandal? No. Byron, yes. That's another reason. That is another reason Urban Explorers do what they do. It's a whole idea or a whole area of society that a lot of people don't see or even think about. It's out of sight, out of mind. They don't think about what happens to places or what type of messes are left or environmental problems and everything are left by places that are abandoned. Or what dangers. What you could say, I mean, sure, me and Sean and other Urban Explorers going in are one thing. But you've got kids out playing or somebody that doesn't know what they're doing can really get hurt. I mean, we've been doing this a long time. Oh, my Lord. We're kind of like abandoned yesterdays. Been out doing this a while, getting a little long in the tooth, they say. But yeah, also we do see a beauty in these places. There's a history of, you got to look around and feel what happened there and what people's lives were like, or look at the cool architecture. There's a whole bunch you can look at in these places. Architecture, the way certain people lived, the way things were done, even if it's pretty modern. It's a whole step into a whole different life, a different time, a different thing. And not only do we see a beauty in it, but we want to preserve it and share it. I put stuff on here because I want to preserve it. I have my backup drives, which I was filling this up. The 2 terabytes over half full already. We want to preserve these and share them with others. Many people also see a beauty in this, and they have an awe for it. It's kind of like how we like watching apocalyptic movies and zombie movies. We like the Mad Max type movies and seeing shows on Discovery. What if humans disappeared from the planet? So I think urban exploring is a lot the same, but yes, it does bring in awareness. Some urban explorers have actually taken their footage to city councils or counties or state and gone, hey, you guys got to do something about this. This is very unsafe. And Sean and I, I'm probably going to discuss the last topic to next week. I was going to discuss the good and the bad, the ups and downs of exploring, either at daylight or at night. So I think I'm going to save that for next week. But I will say Sean and I got to explore a movie theater late Saturday night that we've been trying to explore. We went to actually for a different place we've been trying to get into. We thought there was a way in, but there wasn't. So we had to walk away from that one. But in the meantime, we ended up driving over. And on the way back home, hey, let's check this theater again, see if there's a way. There was. Somebody had gotten in and left the doors open. They didn't break. So I don't know if somebody had gone in and do some maintenance and forgot. Or somebody was a good lockpick. But the doors had some wire jammed in the bottom and all in one, and the cup in the other. You won't see it in the video because it's too dark. One of the downs of exploring at night. So we couldn't shoot lights there because of where we were. But we got in to explore this. But when we left, we locked it up. We pulled out those stoppers that people left in and locked it. Because we want vandals to get in there and destroy it. That's the difference. That's something that explorers do. And I think Sean and I will probably show that on the video that we pulled out the stoppers. If I can even get the footage bright enough, or I'll just use the audio. Because we need to get that out there more. That we don't break in. I also film, I don't show it, but I film 90+% probably of our entry into places to prove that we didn't break in. I want proof. If I get caught, fine. Or if somebody says, you broke in, I prove it. We've locked up other buildings before. We found a way in and we knew vandals were going to get in and destroy this place. Or we could see evidence the vandals had started getting in and destroying. We've locked them up. This cinema had enough non-vandalized areas in it. Enough stuff left that we did not want it vandalized or the stuff stolen. So we made sure we locked it back up. Yes, Byron, I do. It's just time-wise for me and Sean to link up because I want to do it with him. To go up there and look at it. To go up and film there. We just got to do it during an off time, but Sean's work schedule is a little rough to do that. We're going to try to do it some night. May not be this weekend, maybe next weekend. But yes, no, we know about it. And there's also the first place I shot for YouTube that's being gutted out for something. So I'm going to go get some shots of that maybe yet this week. I may have to try the bowling alley myself this week since I'm going to be out. But I'm going to try to talk to Sean tonight and see if we're still doing next weekend. But yeah, no, Byron, we are going to. We may not be able to get shots inside. If I do, it's got to be very general because I don't want to give away a location of the original video or this company because they may not want their name out there. Especially if I'm connecting it with an exploring video. But it'll be mostly, yeah, here's an update. This place did get saved, remodeled. And urban explorers don't mind that. We would rather see a place restored, remodeled, or repurposed than destroyed. We would. I would rather have seen Old Reed Hospital not been inundated by vandals, that monstrous, gorgeous complex destroyed by vandals. I mean, destroyed. And then it became a worthless hulk of mold and nastiness, and it had to be demolished. Shouldn't have been. Urban explorers rather would have seen it repurposed and saved. Even if we could never get in and explore it, we would rather a place stay pristine and sealed up with security than be vandalized to destruction. And that's a fact. Tony Clark, how you doing, man? Little New Zealander action. Yeah, Cindy, I'm glad that helps you. But yeah, also, Cindy, something else Sean and I are doing since I get off my butt and do it. Business cards. Get business cards for your exploration. Put a picture of a good explorer maybe, on there, and, Burning Sands exploration and a phone number or something. Business cards are nice to people feel better if you have a business card. Sean's right, and I do need to get to it. So we're going to do that. Exactly, CRT. And so I've had other explorers get mad at me and Sean, no joke, for sealing places up. Well, what if we want to go explore it? That's fine, but I can't leave it open if I know the area and I know it's going to get vandalized. Because then that, to me, that is breaking one of the other big exploring rules. Do no harm. Do no damage to a location. I leave it open knowing it's going to be vandalized now. I'm doing harm to the damage to the location. Oh, no problem, Steve. Hang on, man. I'm not done yet. I'm going to use your video right near the end. Oh, no problem, Byron. Yeah. I mean, sometimes when we call out places like Gary in Detroit, we're not doing it because we're hoping the place gets even more decrepit. Urban explorers would love to go back 5-10 years from now and film the exact same place and go, oh my gosh, look how much better this is. Look how beautiful this is. We would. We have no problem with things being saved and improved. There you go, Cindy. Yeah, I need to get off my butt and do it. What's up, Tony? But yeah, Byron, I hope I answered enough about the bowling alley. Sean and I are planning on doing something with it. I'm going to mix it with a little footage from the original exploring vid. I don't have any pictures of it because as you know, we didn't get to hang around and stop and take pictures there. We had to leave. So I'm going to mix a little bit of video from the Explorer with the new. When we can get there, and I have to figure out how to do it without getting the location given out. The other one I can do easily without giving out the location. So I guess got to get over there this week and do it. You know, it's getting really cold here. Guys, Steve has got a video, and I just took a look at the title real quick. Let me go over it. It's a 30-second video. I know it's you guys, the 9 of you still here. I appreciate it. Let me go to this video now. I want to show it to you. And Steve thinks it'll, you guys will approve and might garner a little discussion. So let me go over and pull this up. Let's see. I gotta make sure I got the right. You gotta make sure I got the right thing to pull up here. Just give me a sec here. Hey, he comes up right away. Right there he is. Look at that. I like that symbol. Ooh, right above Steve Ronan. I used to watch him a lot. Let's see. Where is it? Uh-oh. Sorry, Steve. I can't just post a link in my encoding software. It goes dippy on me. Is it on your channel? Oh, here it is. I found it, Steve. Here, let me start over. Wait. Hey. Whoa. There. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty spot on, really. The only thing you could add maybe is a couple more of the exploring rules, and I don't know why that's there. It goes. Ooh, I had to catch up there. No, Steve, that's pretty much dead on. Really, yeah, we're just trying to preserve and share and not forget. All right, thanks, Byron. I appreciate it. Hey, let me know where you messaged me, man. Please do, because I didn't see any. I did go through my social media last week like crazy after you said that. I don't like feeling that I missed somebody. So if I missed you, please let me know. Message me on Instagram Messenger, IG. I'm exploring with CF there. I'm also exploring with CF on Facebook, kinda, even though Facebook kinda messed up. I may have to actually delete my whole Exploring with CF page and start all over because they hooked my Exploring with CF to my personal page, and now they say they can't get them apart. But I'm like, you guys did it. And they're like, yeah, it's kind of our mistake. Thanks. So some people want to friend me, but then they're like, why am I getting all this other stuff not that I'm exploring? Because, good job, Facebook. Yeah, thanks, Tony. Yeah. And Tony knows Kiwiana and Study Boy NZ and some of those other guys who I'm actually going to probably... Kiwiana uses a lot of, by his own admission, paid music that copyrighted music I can't use. Technically, I can, but being a small channel, as a reviewer, YouTube will still demonetize or go after me until it's a lengthy process trying to ever get YouTube and the other people to realize I'm a reviewer because I'm a small channel. So by fair use, I can do it, but too much crap to go through until I ever ended up with tons and tons of subscribers. Well, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But Study Boy, I can use some of his. So it's probably be looking at one of them next week. I'm also talking to Deb. She travels around the country in her mobile home. She doesn't do all urban explorers, but she does some neat ones And it's kind of cool little hook that she's traveling around the country in her mobile home and still finds places to look at. So I may throw one or two of hers up next week, or if Urbex and I can go through his and see if there's any others he'd like to show. So I definitely want to show more of his. He's got definitely a unique twist on them. They're not real long. Maybe I can show a couple of his, honestly. But it is 2 hours and 14 minutes in. 2 hours 15 now. I do want to go get something to eat, spend some time with my wife, and check the election results here in America. Voted. Either going to end up really good or really bad here. Thank you, Byron. Thank you for the questions. And like I said, please contact me either on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a real good one. But Jericho got me in on that one. It's a great messaging app, and it always notifies me. It really does. So if you want to look up WhatsApp, and I'm exploring with CF on there also. Any place I'm at, guys, I'm a version of exploring with CF. Either with separated words or just together. Exploring with CF. Jan Flink. Finland Explorer? Wow. Holy crap, Tony. That's one I never heard of, dude. Of course, there are a lot of explorers if you think about 8 billion people worldwide. Sooner or later, you can run out of time to check out and watch others. Jana Flink? Wow. A show on Friday. What show on Friday, Jay Watterson? So I don't really do anything on this channel on Friday. I'm on a friend's channel. We do some political and other talks on his channel, but I don't do anything on this channel on Friday normally. If I do, it'll be something new where I bring in another urban explorer and try to do chat back and forth. But I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to line up people, see how that goes. No problem, Cindy. Remember, Cindy, you should come in here, Cindy, once in a while under Burning Sands Exploration, hon. Because a lot of those guys on here were shocked earlier today. They didn't even know you had Burning Sands Exploration, hon. So you got to come in under that moniker sometimes and make sure everybody knows, yo, this is Cindy. Check this channel out for my explorers. So make sure you do that once in a while, hon. And good luck. And any questions, like I said, everybody, check out the Facebook page Urbex started. It's the YouTube Secret Society page. Look it up, especially for explorers, urban explorers, but even other YouTubers. Feel free to join in. We'll try to help each other out, navigate YouTube, navigate urban exploring, help out and see what happens. Oh, no problem. Oh, cool. Thanks, Steve. If you got any questions in there, let us know. I mean, I know I've asked a few times, what about my crappy titles? I need help titling, guys. I've tried everything, and I just can't title things well. Jay Watterson, if you're discussing, now which channel are you talking about? This one or any of the others I'm on? I am kind of all over YouTube in a way, but this is my main focus. The others are just kind of give me something to do, keep me busy at times. But I will let you guys go. Cindy, even Jay Watterson, thanks for showing up. Byron, thank you very much. You've always got good questions. Dave, I want to talk to you, Mr. Dave, here a little bit about his health. Urbexy, as always, for technical advising, help out. CRT Productions, thank you very much for coming in. Jericho, for being my Scottish sensei through the last year and a half of our friendship. And Urban Explorer Steve, thank you for the nice little video to pretty much kind of close up the show. Kind of giving a nice quick little look at what urban exploring is. And actually, Steve, I think you could make some more of those little ones. I like them a lot. Listing some more urban exploring rules. That's a nice little thing you did there, and I think you could actually add on to that. Night, Byron. Thanks, man. And I'm very happy I learned to say your name properly instead of calling you Brian. I am so sorry. But thanks, guys. Any messages, please let me know. Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, you name it. I'm out there. Here on Facebook. Thanks. Sorry, Tony, you came in near the end. Thank you for stopping, though, man. And Tony, I'll probably see you Friday night, though, won't I? And I'm going to get out of here and go eat some food and say hi to my wife who got home from work during this. Thanks, guys. Have a good one for me and Sean. We appreciate you. And next week, we will definitely start off after the review talking about good, bad differences between day and night exploring. Until then, talk to you later. Have a good one.